Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Uncle Owen's Barbecue. I'm Dr. Afra, and I hope you're just as excited as I am to experience some big things that were too large to place in small packages. But we have not forgotten tradition when celebrating the love one has for someone or something else, and are prepared with something old, something new, something cloned, and some clones too. Although, some guests will do more than just show up. They'll arrive in style. The Vintage Collection's N1 Starfighter with Din Djarin, TVC 292. Not only is this the third version of the Naboo N1 Starfighter, which is great news for any Theed Palace enthusiast.
I'm sorry, that was an inappropriate scene to show here, as it was cut for time, not content.
Another reason to cue the power ballad is because this is the first time we have seen a soft goods cape on a Din Djarin in a TVC carded number package.
Somebody cue up the power ballad.
Take out your enemies before Pelimoto eventually becomes available to assist you in repairs.
Reassemble!
A pack of bloodthirsty Tuskens on Banthas, or the weak-minded squadron of Sandtroopers on Dewbacks make easy targets, but this starfighter can take on large vessels too. Prime your engines and take on Beggar's Canyon, or increase your speed and give that Kelso run a new reigning champion. Evade multiple X-Wings on patrol, or just sit back and delight at the sleek curves from your cockpit when not traveling at such tremendous speeds that your own loathed droid or small passenger will love. Intricate details adorn this vehicle, which include vents to combat engine overheating, and a weapon system to bring the number of your enemies down to 0. It's equipped with a hyperdrive and impressive sublight engines that might as well make you invisible.
Where do they go?
What the AT-AT did for the Empire, the AT-TE did for the Republic, just more efficiently. Is there room for a car seat? Absolutely, but any baby would not be in great hands if placed in this thing. With 3 seats for drivers and 1 unqualified grunt who is entrusted to operate the radio, 1 unlucky spotter in the front, and a gunner on top in the open and ready as ever to receive a center mass salutation, it does appear to be slightly different than the AT-TE we know from blueprints. Nevertheless, this vehicle becomes a playset with little effort, and the drudgery involved in finding the right figures to operate simply won't enter the equation. It's really the little things that make this Hasbro demand increase in play value. The additional spots for troops assigned to both rear scopes for better observational support, blaster racks, and the sync light containment areas. They become anything you need them to be with just your imagination and the right accessory. As you can see, this is not a complete vehicle, and I have some work to do concerning the many laser cannons as well as the massive cannon on top. I can't wait to show you how the alterations progress. Now, introducing figures, both extraordinary and vague. Like all the amazing figures that enter Uncle Owen's Barbecue, they have been welcomed with open arms, sometimes with more than 1 pair. The Grand Inquisitor, TVC 293. A Pauan former Jedi Temple Guard, who is present throughout nearly the entirety of Galactic Empire. Like many others following Order 66, this Fallen Force sensitive was given a purpose and a mission to hunt Jedis who escaped judgment by Emperor Palpatine. He comes ready and willing to exterminate any opposing rival with his double-bladed, spinning lightsaber that you too can use in a daring aerial escape. It sounds crazy, but I've seen it done. Shore Trooper, TVC 133. Introduced to us in Rogue One, but shown in Andor as a faction already in operation. With limited but also much better articulation than we were gifted with many TVC figures. This fabulous eye candy is a much-needed stormtrooper type that dares us to challenge just how accurate their aim is in comparison to other imps we've known. Professor Hugh Wang, TVC 311. This architect droid may not be on your list, but it should be, and if it's not considered important now, perhaps it will be when the Ghost becomes available in just a handful more cycles.
It's coming! It's headed right for us!
Use him to train younglings, or be a co-pilot to Ahsoka Tano, and even guide the most recent Jedi generation in construction of elegant weapons from a more civilized age.
He's got a board with a nail in it!
Without a name, a title alone makes our next figure
Nobody.
Mandalorian Fleet Commander, TVC 314. This Mandalorian warrior's name could as of yet be anyone's guess,
I don't know.
with a first name he possibly refuses to share.
It's my right not to have any first name.
He is a fellow privateer of Axe Woves and shares a rank of captain, but not the command.
What you don't do
is share command. It's never a good idea.
If you ask me, any Mandalorian that doesn't look like another could be a completely separate warrior, and after the 3rd season of The Mandalorian, I am looking forward to opening the outside bar area to a party of 20 or more Mandos, and advertise it as the night of 1,000 tears of joy.
Are you yawning?
In attendance for such a bash, Jango Fett, TVC Deluxe. Once purposely and exactly imitated, but also duplicated on a ridiculous scale, the one, the only, the original Jango Fett. For Deluxe, this figure lacks the rope dart that other Jango variants have.
Nice thinking, Ray.
At least there's a spot for a flame to occupy. The head is not removable like other figures, nor is his hand, and the head must be swapped out for the helmet and cannot be worn. As far as this sci-fi effigy goes, I have to say, I've had better.
I've had worse.
Yeah, me too.
Commander Thyre, 30th Anniversary Collection. CC 4477.
Aha.
This shock trooper was not only the same clone who served with Yoda on the mission to rescue the King of Toydaria on Ragosa,
Aha.
but also the clone that told Darth Sidious that the body of Yoda could not be located following the Senate building duel.
Okay.
And even the same trooper who accompanied Darth Sidious to Mustafar for whatever pieces of Darth Vader that weren't too burnt. Commander Bly, Revenge of the Sith 57, CC 5052. No longer will Commander Cody be the only clone martial commander in our collection. As the leader of the 327th Star Corps, Bly was present with Aayla Secura when approaching targeted individuals through the jungles of Felucia, until he and the 327th 86'd one Twi'lek.
I don't even know what the hell that stuff means to you.
It means that she isn't in Episode 4.
Oh.
Thorn, Black Series 3 3/4 inch number 15. This shock trooper is ready for service, however no head exists under the helmet.
Headless.
So he is always on duty, but don't expect him to be Employee of the Month anytime soon.
You mind your own!
He was involved in a mission to escort Senator Padme Amidala to resolve the claim by Baron Clovis over the intergalactic banking clan, and his duty to his overall purpose was fulfilled when he was given too many high fives by multiple enemy blaster fire. Fai, Legacy Collection 24. This clone commander was sent to the Outer Rim, alongside Commander Bly, and served under Quinlan Voss on the mission to disperse the Separatist alliance. Fai would move on with General Voss to emerge victorious.
Yes, they did.
Near the end of the Clone Wars, while searching for Yoda on Kashyyyk, Fai was willing to destroy an entire Wookiee village looking for the missing Jedi.
And for that you're gonna pay.
I hope you enjoyed your trip to see us this time, and if you have not yet subscribed, it just takes 2 seconds and then you'll be a frequently fed member. Or maybe you're leaning towards the dark side, in which case I ask you to hit the like button and the bell.
Do it.
And when the ghost lands, you know that we'll be here to show you all the many angles and little delights it holds for the lucky few of us that reserve a seat.
Does it come in black?
We encourage dialogue across the stars. Leave a comment and be patient zero in a conversation. Have no worries, you will be under observation as a non-threatening, telecommunicative, typhoid Mary type who doesn't just receive great service, but can also interact with other attendees. I'm Dr. Afra, and I want to thank you for dropping by Uncle Owen's Barbecue.